She is better than the girl of my dreams. She is real. What would I describe love as? Or perhaps better put, what would I describe the feeling I yearn for from another in my life? I suppose my ears could tell you through the voice of a beautiful song, the way the tone resonates through my heart and my body, the tremble the sound carries to my eardrums that shake my body and cause my hairs to stand on end, the sound filling my entire body, unable to make out the words, but just registering the feeling it causes me. I suppose I have always thought of finding that special person as something special above itself. Not that it would be grandiose or a perfect definition of textbook love, actually far from it. I guess it would be an equilibrium of ease and comfort mixed with the complications that are brought to us every day in our lives. From the simplest upset stomach from some bad food, or perhaps the unintentional upset stomach from too much junk food, to the simplistic beauty one can see in another. Perhaps through an indie film perspective in which you can take it shot by shot and apply a simple color wash to the filter of the day. The day transformed into a desaturated image of how it actually is, but the lack of color gives it the feeling of fall's crisp air and the beautiful colors of the leaves falling off trees around you as you try to capture the moment in your mind forever, because you know you only have so much time in your day to stand and stare at the beauty of nature shedding its prior season. Be it on a pillow next to you or far across a table during dinner, and knowing you both are familiar with the idea of investing time and effort into one another without needing to surround the drama of the world around your visions, sheltering your senses from what could be, or could just be a friendship. The simplest of smiles that can be brought to your day by the person remembering something small that you mentioned earlier in the week. Just seeing an effort that they too care and are thinking of you in that empty space, usually filled with our day-to-day lives between conversations. A feeling of care, a feeling of empathy. The feeling one would get in high school, usually after you were titled boyfriend and girlfriend. The attached stigma of those words have broke down many more walls and caused hugs to become a daily occurrence and kissing to be part of your hello and not a question per date. Within the strengths and passions of each day lived by both parties, there is the understanding that the idea of a simple life and happiness are not defined by where you are or your day's final outcome, but that the simple life is a state of mind. And if shared within that ideal, together, both can live past sarcasm, jokes, and hiccups that often cause a bit of strife. But somehow the person next to you inspires your passion and can make a Hallmark card moment make sense. Not because you read it, but because you realize you can now say it without the card. The simple ability to say what comes to your mind, and if you change it later, being able to correct it without the fear of having chosen the wrong answer first. We all need that second moment to rethink what we say. And sometimes we agree, and sometimes we wish to say it again, or in 50 different ways to express how we really felt. The timelines of two people often have to align for you to get the relationship to even begin. It is when those two timelines go out of sync, which will happen because we all have changes physical, chemically, and mentally as we progress through life, when we really see how it works with the other person. The core of when we met and who we were at the center of the X, the intersection. How we work together then is when we can see the essence of love truly shine. When we meet a person, even if it's for the first time, or we see a picture of them, hear their voice on the phone, I believe, even though I can only speak for myself, we picture them in every situation that defines, say, a family, a life together, coming home to them, how they will be with possible children, waking up next to them, having to sleep next to them every night and not having your own bed. I believe these thoughts are almost primordial instinct in nature. And we shouldn't be afraid because of stigmas against it to think about it or even discuss it. Not to lay it out step by step or think that we are pushing too far into the future with these thoughts, but just consider it part of the first impressions and just take it day by day. It will become more obvious as time goes on, and time is really the only thing that can expose the future that will be the present. So I say think it, but understand we all have more than just a few thoughts in our head at once. And while these may sound huge, they are just the beginning of a transformation of the mind to looking at the other person as a possible part of your life. I believe instincts are also very important to be followed and usually right away. I suppose not being afraid and thinking of a relationship as something you jump head into to see if it works, because God knows how long we will have just to be. So why not find out if you are someone I want to even kiss in the first place, instead of putting the kiss on a list of things that have to happen in order to know you. Then either take the small emotional hit if it doesn't work out and be friends or not. Or perhaps something more will appear. It should feel easy in the beginning. I cannot say my past relationships have not been a deciding factor in how I react to the next one, but to treat the next person as just that, a different person, and to respect what it is that they are. To know there are similarities with everyone, but everyone is unique. This is true with everything that affects us in life. So like the song that fills your head with the sweet sounds, giving you that puppy love feeling, unable to hear the words of the actual song, just the emotions, let it help you. Let it guide you through that beginning blindness and find the picture you are looking for. And perhaps you will walk into the gallery seeing something that truly is something you would pay a ridiculous amount of money just to have hanging in your house. It may have no value to anyone else, but to you it's priceless. Or kindly thank the receptionist and walk out of the gallery, not afraid to explore the hidden meaning in all the other art being offered around you. I believe working on love as a conscious effort is just as important as the instant love, which is truly something I cannot say I know much about. I mean, if we can work on bettering ourselves or even work at a job we love, why can't we also work on love? Isn't love, money, and fame and happiness some of the top things people want? So we work towards all the others, why not love too? It's just as important, if not more. I think it's okay to rub your feet on the carpet until eventually you build up that little tiny spark.